Welcome back, all. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a nice weekend, maybe restful, maybe fun. I hope you're staying warm. Maybe you pulled out your favorite sweater. It's definitely that season over here. So I'm trying to focus on the joys of nice sweaters and warm tea, sitting down, reading, or playing bridge on my phone whenever I get the chance. Hey, Valerie, Robert, and Sue. Thanks for joining us. Louise, Jan, Sarah. We have folks up a little bit earlier than usual, joining us from the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you guys for, or staying up later than usual. I'm sorry, I flipped around. Thank you still for making time to spend this time together on Mondays. All the regulars, of course, know if you need any tech support, please don't leave that in the live chat. Instead, use one of the private channels, either email, you can respond to any of the emails that LearnBridge Online sends you, or just come to the website and use the support widget. If you have any technical trouble, use that so we won't distract from the learning. Tiggy, Andrew, Andrew, okay. So still okay where you are. Very good. I know it's a little bit late in New Zealand, so the Kiwis who are here, thank you guys. Well done. I hope you're settling in. Maybe you deserve a nice cup of wine with today's lesson. I think that's just about it. Let me just start the recording so that we can welcome everyone unable to be with us live. Helen, so glad you could be with us again. We've missed having you live, but it's always nice knowing that folks are back. All right, we can welcome everyone in the class watching by replay. Thank you guys for being part of the class. Thank you for your questions for Jack left on the class page. And as always, thank you for the messages you send to me anytime I could be of any assistance. Let's get to it, shall we? Let me close this tab. We didn't even need to use it. You guys are the regulars. You get it. All right, let's call our teacher on up to this stage as soon as I can find him. Caroline, oh, well done. My goodness. I think we all know that pressure. Jack, I'm sure will want to congratulate you, Caroline. That's wonderful.
Let's have a look. What's Caroline been up to?
I played a mixed pair competition last night. 36 master players, 36 out of 52, and she was sweating. But you did your best, right?
Caroline, yes, you're in good hands. I'm sure you finished well up the leaderboard.
Jack, today's lesson should be a fun one. We're looking at what we covered in the last few weeks.
Yes, it's always fun to go back on these, over the last 5 weeks or so, Bashir. And it's question and answer, so the slightly more difficult, points that we've covered in the last 5 weeks, and 4 challenging and interesting set hands as well. So as always, I'm looking forward to it.
Very good. Well, just a reminder, of course, to everyone, if you find you struggled with one of the hands or concepts from today's lesson, go back into the lesson library. You can find all of the past lessons from the last 6 months plus there, along with worksheets and playable hands. So that's, in a way, what this session is about. We review what we've been learning, but it gives us a chance to know what we should go back and review. All right, Jack, I'll turn it over to you, but sing out my name if I could be of any assistance.
Thanks, Bashir. We'll see you on the other side. Let's get going, everyone. It's 9:34 UK time. I'm sure you remember to put your clocks back. I certainly did. It's putting it all together. Yeah, let's see what we got for you. Straight in there with this one. How would you play 4 spades after Wesley's the Jack of Diamonds? What's your strategy? Are you going to draw trumps or not? And a good morning, or it might be good afternoon or good evening for those watching in replay. Of course, you're very much part of our class. Certainly, I'm always thinking of you. So, morning, everyone. Oh, Min's with us. Morning, Min. Min's in Ireland. Ingrid, Julia Q, Jill PM. Not to be confused with Jill AM. So how are you going to play this hand? Clearly, you're going to win the diamond. What are you going to do next? Morning, Marion P. Glyn. Interesting. We've got a difference of opinion. Some are wanting to draw trumps and then play on clubs. Others are wanting to create a void in hearts straight away. Morning, KTP. Elaine's in Devon. Vicky, Tiggy. Morning, Hillary. If you're new, send me a message. Always nice to hear from new people. LP is with us. Margarita has had lots of rain. Tony Mack is a relatively newcomer to online bridge, but I've known him a long time through bridge holidays. Right, should we have a look at the answer? I think you've all had a good go. B's with us from Knaresborough. Dulcie. It's lovely to meet Dulcie in the flesh a few weeks ago. Right, there you go. Win a diamond and duck a heart. Okay, so definitely this hand is about creating the void in dummy. That's your easiest way to 10 tricks. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to establish the clubs. There's really not enough entries to dummy to establish clubs here with just the ace king of diamonds, and they'll probably rough the diamonds anyway at some point. So yeah, much simpler here is to win with I'd win with the ace king of diamonds. I played a 9 of hearts. Expert play to duck a heart. If you're going to lose a trick, lose it early. Ace of hearts and then rough one. And then draw the trumps by finessing to the jack of spades. Easy game, really, isn't it? Anyway, that was a fun one to start with. And let's have a bidding one. Responder's first bid. We call it first responder. What happened? What should you bid next with this one after I've opened one heart? 6 points. Morning, Damien. Sandra. Peter A's in Harrogate. Caroline, Tim, Tiggy's up in Scotland. Oh, Anne's in Dublin. Yeah, always nice to hear from our international viewers, Anne. Chris is in Ely. We know that. I'll never forget Ely because I used to pronounce it Eli. Do you remember? At the very beginning. My geography is not good. The dreaded one-no trump, Sleepy Sean. I love responding one-no trump. I do. It's my favourite bid in bridge is the dustbin one-no trump. Some of you will know that. I don't like having 6 points, but I do like just keeping the bidding nice and low, and you won't often play there. Most of the time, partner will bid again. Yeah, so let's have a look at the answer, shall we? We've had enough time. NR's with us. It is tempting to bid 2 diamonds. Some of you did, but it fails the rule of 14. And I stick to the rule of 14 like glue. I don't have any glue with me, but let's just do the rule of 14 collectively. You add up your total points in the hand, which is 6. Add it to the number of cards in your longest suit, which is 7. You got 7 diamonds. It's only 13. Yeah, don't worry. It's highly unlikely that the partner will pass one no trump when you've got a hand such as this. Not a weak 3, no. You don't preempt your partner. Yeah, some of you are bidding 3 diamonds here. It's really important that. It's not Bridge Prism because it's overcrowded, but it's a serious, warning. You don't preempt your partner in bridge. You can open 3 diamonds with that hand. You could do a weak jump over call at 3 diamonds, but not when partners open the bidding. So I'm glad we sorted that one out with 1 or 2 of you. I stick to the rule of 14 like glue. It's one of the few rules that I never break. Maz is with us too. She's a bit late, don't worry. Yeah, Peter, you play a lot of bridge on the internet. They do crazy things on the internet. Not very well trained, a lot of them. And they just can't stop bidding on the internet. It's all about wanting to play the hand because they're bored of defending. Okay, guys and gals, let's move on. It's 1 diamond opener from you with your 15 points. I've responded 1 spade, 6 to 26. As that lovely bridge teacher called Dorian Adams said over Huddersfield Way. I've never met her, but I know about her. Now, you'll have your rebid nicely planned, I hope, after the 1 spade. I certainly did. But East has spoilt the party by bidding 2 hearts. What do you do next? if anything, as opener south. Morning, Andrew, Annie M. Anna, Mary H is with us. Teresa's in New Zealand. Well done. Hope the time change hasn't kept you up too late. Assumpta, a relative newcomer. Double would be for penalties, but no, my hearts aren't good enough to double one. No, 2 hearts there. No, hearts aren't good enough. They might easily make 2 hearts doubled here, which would double them into game. No, actually, most of you, negative doubles wouldn't apply here, Damien. No. Even if you're playing negative doubles, a double here would be for penalties. Should we have a look? It's a pass. Yeah, you were planning to rebid 1 no trump. That rebid's been taken away. So use your discipline and pull out the green card. Some players find it very difficult to do that, especially online when they're not playing in a serious competition. After they've had a few drinks, all they really want to do, some of them, is just play the hand. Put me off playing random online bridge. Okay. Good. Coping with intervention, that very important lesson. Knowing when not to bid is as important as knowing when to bid. That's why bridge is a tricky game. It takes a long time to master. In fact, you never will master it. I never will. I don't know about Bajir. Right, let's go to hand 1 on BBO, one I prepared earlier. It's a 1 club opener. Oh, hang on, that's not one I prepared earlier. Let's go to one I prepared earlier. So it didn't look familiar. Okay, so that's more like it. It's a 3 spade opener. And classic week 3, isn't it? 7 card suit, 5 to 10 points. What would you bid with the West hand, if anything? 14 points. Have you got a bid there, do you think? Yeah, let's not hang around too long. It's a textbook double for the intermediates. Some of the improvers or improvers might forget. Beginners haven't been taught double yet. They've just started. They're on lesson 3 this week. Yeah, classic takeout double. And North, well, what are they going to do? Yeah, they're going to bid to the level of the fit. So knowing they've got 10 spades between them, East doesn't have to bid now the double's cancelled. I wouldn't be obviously bidding with the East hand. And that's it. Relatively simple bidding to 4 spades. Pretty straightforward. Yes, useful points as well, Glyn. Ace, king, 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 adding up to 12 or more. Well done. You applied the useful points to that as well. Just counting aces and kings, opposite a week 3 opener. Okay, well, plan the play. We're going to win the king of clubs. We'll show a doubleton, why not? Yeah, but what do we do next, having won the club? Which card should we play from the dummy, do you think? And just whilst you're thinking about that, next week, next Monday, very exciting, brand new lesson on slam bidding at duplicate pairs strategy. Yes. When to bid a slam, when not, and which slam to bid, all coming up next Monday for the first time ever, exclusively to Learn Bridge Online. Lesson never taught before online, or face-to-face, actually. It's a brand new lesson, which is always fun. Do invite your non-bridge playing friends. Yeah, sorry, your bridge playing friends. They can come and join too, and then watch the first 2 lessons in replay on duplicate pairs strategy. Yes, well, interesting. Some are drawing trumps. Remember, the main time that we don't draw trumps is when we can create a void in dummy. So the technique behind that is to look for a suit that is longer in your own hand than dummy. And there's no point playing any trumps, I'm afraid, because then the opponents will switch to trumps. You'll run out of trumps. So normally when you do this, it's right to play a diamond straight away. West would love to switch to a trump, but they don't have one. They persevere with the jack of clubs. Okie dokie. Well, we've still got work to do. Another diamond comes back. West cashes their club. East has a difficult discard. Diamond can go. Oh, Chris, when I say invite to the next week, no, they'd have to sign up and pay. Perhaps to make that clear, yes, the word invitation, it doesn't apply to next Monday. They would have to come and join, yeah. But just to clear that one up, but you're right to ask. And another club is played. No point roughing. Okay, so we're back in play. We now play our dime. We've created the void in dummy. I'm going to trump high just in case East might have run out of diamonds. Very unlikely. You almost know that East has got the king of diamonds because West didn't lead one. You know, if West had ace king of diamonds, they'd have led a diamond. Quite a useful little thing to bear in mind. But still, we'll trump high anyway, just for good measure, so it won't affect us. Now we draw the trumps. Did we trump? Hang on. We did trump the club. Yeah, no, we did trump. Yeah. Now we draw the. Hang on. Draw the trumps. Yes, East didn't trump. This would have been over roughed. Yeah, no, we had to lose 3 tricks. I'm going to claim the rest. Draw trumps. Yeah, there's no point East trumping, as Tiggy said, because they'd just be over roughed. And East knows they're not getting a trump promotion because they know that West has no trumps, 0. There we go. We just lost 3 tricks. We lost a club and 2 diamonds. Yeah. Good. Well, that's a good lesson in creating the void in dummy. Even quite experienced players there have a bit of a smoke screen when there's a doubleton in the dummy. Still right, even though you had to lose 2 tricks. And we just lost 3 tricks. We lost the 2 diamonds in the club. Let's move on. There was a bit of confusion there about who's trumping who, but we just lost 3 tricks. 2 diamonds in the club. And there's no point East trumping because they knew it was going to get over trumped. Right, let's go back to the slides. Okay, here's a bidding one for you. I've opened 1 heart. East has overcalled 1 trump, which I would recommend as intermediates you play as 15 to 18. Okay, and over to South. Your South, you've got 10 points there. What do you bid there now, if anything? What's your best bid as South responder? Pass, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. Here's a little get out of jail free. Some of you are getting the right answer, which is great. But do you think 1 no trump is going to make? Assume your partner's got 12 points. Yeah, you've got 10. That's 22. The opponents have a maximum of 18. So I don't think 1 no trump is probably not going to make. So what do you do when contracts can't make, or you don't think they're going to make? You bring out the red card. Yes. Quite a tricky one, this. Quite a few improvers and intermediates do forget to double here. You've got the balance of the points. 1 no trump is probably going to go 1 or 2 down. So well done if you said double first time round. Morning, Janie. Morning, Valerie, Sally AD. So a double in this situation, everyone, shows 10 plus points. Okay, when the overcall won no trump. If I just had 9 points, I'd pass here. Good. So any strong hand, everyone, doubles for penalties. 100% hand, because the golden rule of double, whatever type of doubles you play, some of you might play negative doubles, but here, a double of one no trump, whatever system you play is penalties. So partner will know that, because the golden rule of double is if your partner's made a positive bid, then double is for penalties. West might rescue Barry if they've got a 5-card suit. Yeah, they would do a weak takeout. No convention after intervention. So South doubles for penalties. Yeah, if West has 5 clubs, let's say, they'll bid 2 clubs. If not, they have to take their penalty. But don't get confused. Double of an opening bid of one no trump, that's 16 plus. Julia Q's asking everyone, is there ever a time when no trump bids is not penalties? There is. I will just tell you, Julia, there is one exception. If it went, say, 1 heart, no bid, 1 no trump dustbin, and the 4th player doubles, that's a takeout double of 1 heart. So one exception, but don't get confused. 1 heart, pass, 1 no trump double, that's a takeout double of 1 heart. So that's the one time where doubles of no trumps aren't for penalties. Yeah, so Julia feels happier now. But yeah, I think that's a useful, very useful, that slide, isn't it? Here's another bidding one. You've opened a diamond with 15 points. I've come back 1 spade. You rebid 1 no trump, which is 15-16. Some of you may play it slightly different, but we're just playing standard method 15-16. I've gone 2 spades as my rebid. What next for you as South? If anything. And how are you getting on with this, putting it all together in replay? Very instructive. I think these are pretty much the most instructive classes of all, because they're all question and answer. You put the answers in, you make mistakes. Those watching in replay can do it mentally, of course, rather than physically. Work out what the answer may or may not be. And do, if you're watching in replay, of course, you can ask me questions via the posting page. Not too many, just the odd question. Some people were using me as a kind of like daily kind of advisor on their duplicate bridge, and sending like 2 or 3 every couple of days. That was a bit much. Well. Most of the chat box are bidding to 4 spades. Some are bidding 3 spades. Oh my goodness. I think there's only 1 person who's passing here. Oh, 2 now. Oh my goodness. I'm very glad I talked about this. It may surprise you. Should we have a look? Nearly everyone in the chat box was bidding 4 spades. But 2 spades here is a non-forcing bid. It shows 6 spades and a weak hand. Literally 6 to 8 points. Well, it could be 5 points as well. It's the weakest thing they could do. Literally, they might have 5 or 6 points. They will not have a good hand. So very well done if you bid pass, because nearly everyone was bidding 4 spades, getting a bit carried away. So when responder repeats their suit, it's weak. 6 cards guaranteed, but literally 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Nearly everyone got it wrong. Don't be sad. You should be happy because you've learned something when it comes up next time. Yeah, they would have been 3 spades or 4 spades if they were stronger, Caroline, yes. Correct. North has described their hand very succinctly. 15-16 balanced with 2 or 3 cards in spades. They wouldn't have 4 spades because they would have supported first time round. So North with a minimum hand. Just imagine they've got 6 points, 6 lousy spades. All they want to do is play in 2 spades. But I think nearly everyone was wrong then. So it's a really instructive slide, that. If North had 9 or more points, they'd bid straight to 4 spades. 3 no trumps would answer with 3 no trumps make. But we wouldn't want to be in 3 no trumps. You know, we've got an 8 or 9 card spade fit. Good. So North is saying, leave me alone. Yeah. Sorry, Peter, I didn't quite understand your question. 16 points and 3 spades. What does that mean? Should we move on to the next slide, I think? Caroline, you will have very good company in Bridge Prison. And the one bonus about being in Bridge Prison, which is where some of you currently are, by the way, the Wi-Fi is quite good in Bridge Prison, is that, you know, you can play a lot of bridge. So you can practice what you've done, practice all the mistakes you've been making. Right. Let's move on to this one. Would I bid 3 spades for 16 points? No, Peter, no. I just rebid 1 no trump. I wouldn't bid 3 spades with any hand. I would pass automatically with 16 and 3 spades. Yeah, good. And I know what Peter's question is now. No, because partner literally could have 6 cards on that last slide and 5 points, Peter. No, I'm not going to bother. All right, opening lead time. Let's move on. Some of you found that slide confusing. It was quite difficult. What's our lead to this one? Slightly easier. I might just take my jumper off, actually. I'm just a little bit hot. I have turned the heating off. Hang on. I won't do it here because I might unveil my tummy. Ooh. Oh, that's better. I'm a bit of a hothouse flower. There we go. Oh, Beetle's getting a coffee. Well done, Beetle. Great idea. Can you make one for me too, please? Well, well done. Almost everyone went for the 7 of hearts. We'll have to get you off that prison bus. Well done. Yeah, never lead from an ace. And all the other leads are unattractive as well. They do say if in doubt, trump about. But I'd never lead a trump from Queen XX. Almost never, anyway. Good. Middle up, down. Perfect. It's an average lead. It's not a great lead, but it's certainly a lot better than anything else. Well done. Let's move on to our second hand on BBO. One spade. Okay, what's first responder? What's responder's bid here? Some of you might be first responders. What's your bid here? What have you got? 6, 7, 10, 16 points. Linda's first up. Seems like everyone's done a run for coffee. And the clue, if you're watching in replay, you may not need clues, is with the cheapest of 4s. Helen, not TV. Always reminds me of Helen, who watched in the early days, who had used to watch me on a giant-sized kind of 50-inch screen television. It's quite scary. I might have missed a bit with a shaver. Well done. Most of the chat box are coming in with 2 clubs. Most of the chat box are correct. Some of you bid 2 spades or 3 spades. That was naughty because 2 spades is a 6 to 9 point hand. Yeah, it's a really weak hand. And a jump to 3 spades would always show 4 card support. So just 2 clubs there. Never feel bad about opening or responding with a lousy suit. And 3 no trumps is a shutout bid, Jane. That wouldn't be right either. Partner will almost never bid again. So just keep the bidding nice and low. South's rebid. What have they got? 16. What's South's rebid? Three space. Let's not muck around for too long here. You all know that really on the intermediate class. 16 plus, yeah. I do it on good 15s as well, by the way. Yeah, if I had a good 15, I'd definitely bid three space. Over to North with their 16. What next for them? Well, we know, now they've cleverly rebid to three spades, we know we're in the slam zone, don't we? Which is roughly about 30 points or more when you've got a fit. So it's 4 no trumps. Let's play Roman key card, because I know I did teach that to you a few months ago. What's the response playing Roman key card Blackwood? How many of those 5 key cards have we got? Good to us. Because Roman key card is difficult. I fully understand how some of you, if not many of you, don't play it. There's nothing worse if your partner forgets the responses. If you're playing normal Blackwood, by the way, 3 aces would be 5 spades. Yeah, I know quite a lot of you. But playing Roman key card, we have got 3 key cards, everyone. Remember, the 5th key card is the king of trumps, which South doesn't have. So we've got 3 aces. Oh, morning, Margaret. Margaret's in York. Five clubs. Over to North. What next for them? Partner's got 0 or 3. Well, clearly it can't be 0. Yeah, it'd be impossible for them to have no aces at all. So they jump to 6 spades. Well done. Goody good. 6 spades it is. We've upped the ante in readiness for next week's slam bidding lesson. Right, 10 of hearts standard lead. And plan the play. Well, what am I thinking? I'm thinking thank you, partner, but I'm also thinking quite a lot of losers all of a sudden. 2 diamonds maybe, a club. I don't really want to take the diamond. These are my thoughts. I don't really want to take the diamond finesse. You know, that's 50-50. I don't particularly want to do that. Certainly, I can see a way for one of the diamonds to go away on the king of hearts. Or do you throw the 10 of clubs? I mean, there's tricky decisions here. It's not going to be plain sailing. But for the meantime, win with the ace, of course. What do we do next at trick 2? This hand is available in replay, actually. It'd be quite fun to replay this one. What do we do at trick 2? Draw trumps or something else? Morning, Annie. Oh, hello, Kim. Pauline's with us. Robert and Sue, the double act. They sent me an email during the week. I was more than happy to answer it. On transfers. Oh, Julip's with us, a relatively newcomer. There's no point playing the Queen of Hearts. Sue's got a good question. Why did third hand play low? Well, because they knew, Sue, that De Clara had the Ace of Hearts. West would never underlead the ace in a slam. There's no point playing the Queen, just be wasted. Good question from Sue, though. Yeah, let's draw the trumps. Start with the ace, shall we? No reason not to draw the trumps on this hand. Those hearts look pretty useless. And one final round of trumps. We can let go 1 club. Okay. So, what next? Because this is a joint effort, of course. I'm just playing the cards for you. What next from dummy, do you think, having won the King of Spades as North? Yes, I'm back to 3 lessons a week now, so quite busy in the winter months with the beginners. They're on lesson 3 on Wednesday morning. Because I wanted to end up in dummy, really, Jane, if trumps were 3-1. Good question from Jane. But I wanted to end up in dummy to play the King of Hearts. And that definitely right to throw the diamond loser. Good. Well, we got rid of a diamond loser. What next? Which card specifically do we play from the dummy? There's 8 to choose from. Jack of Hearts, 2 of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, clearly not right to play a diamond. And I must just tell you, it's not right to play the Jack of Hearts. No, trumping at our own hand won't give us an extra trick, and there's no chance of an end play here, because we don't have any trumps left in North's hand. End play is not on the question. We are doing an end play lesson in a few weeks' time, actually. Always a valuable one. Now, let's have a look. So are we going to start with the 2 of Clubs? Yes, we do. No point playing the Jack. Okay, now it's decision time. Do we take the finesse or do we play the Ace of Clubs? So we've reached quite an important decision. You're watching in replay. Do we finesse the Queen of Clubs by playing the 10? Or do we win with the Ace and the King? The future of 6 spades depends on it. And please don't be sad if you get it wrong, because it is difficult. Because you do actually need to think a couple of steps ahead. Luckily, that's what I'm paid to do. Think ahead. Well, only when it comes to bridge. Well, it's really interesting. Let's see what happens if you make the mistake. Normally, I would play the 10 of Clubs. I must just say, I would. But there's going to be a blockage situation. So look what happens if you play the 10 of Clubs, which is a mistake. It does look like the natural thing to do. They win with the Queen. Fair dues. Come back a diamond. We have to win with the Ace. Otherwise, we're going to go down. And look what happens. Suddenly, we have to play the King of Clubs. We have to play the Ace. And there's no way of getting to dummy. Is there? That Jack of Clubs is stranded. Blocked. Do you like blockage? No, me neither. We have to play a diamond. We're going to go 1 down. Let's go back in time. But it was difficult. I kind of expected most of you to get it wrong, just because that's what's happened in the past and it's a hard thing to do. So you don't actually need the club finesse here. So let's go back in time. Win with the King of Clubs. It is clever, Marguerite and Tulip. You're right. That's what makes it a difficult hand. Now you lose to the Queen. They come back a diamond as before, but we don't need to finesse any longer. We'd have been 1 down, but we can now access the Jack of Clubs and throw the losing 9 of diamonds. It's a fun hand, that one. And yeah, now we just draw out the trumps. I'll just do that quickly for you. Yeah, I thought you'd like that one. That's kind of spiced up your Monday morning a bit. Or if you're watching in replay, it might have spiced up your Thursday night. That one, you can have a go at that one yourself. Don't forget, Bajir gives you 2 hands that I've created for you to play out yourself on BBO. You play out all 4 hands. You have to play out the cards for all 4 hands, but you start by pressing the play button. Yeah, it's a hard one, that Anne. And Bruce, yeah, Bruce is an experienced player. He didn't get that one right, so you're in good company, everyone. I think the reason it was so difficult is that you need to be thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead and realizing that the suit would be blocked. Yeah, it was hard. Most club players would go 1 down. Right, well, that was fun. Let's go back to the slides. Can't dwell on that for too long because we've got work to do. Okay, they've opened 1 no trump, 12 to 14. North has made a double, which we all know is penalties. What did Tiggy say? Pass by. Over to your south. Do you bid 2 spades or do you pass? North has made a penalty double. Can I just tell you, I will give you a get out of jail free. There is one time when you are allowed to bid opposite partner's penalty double of 1 no trump. There is one time only when you can bid once Easter's passed. Is that the time, do you think? Do you think 1 no trump doubled is going to make? I think that's quite an important question to ask yourselves. No, the answer is yes. With 1 point, East clearly has got a few points here. I would be expecting 1 no trump double to make if I've only got 1 point opposite 16. Yes, we might only have 17. You say, Leslie, we've got 17. We might have more. I mean, North might have 20 points, but it's less likely. So very well done. If you bid 2 spades, I'll even do it for you. My bidding box is never far away. So the one time that you can remove partner's penalty double, everyone, is if you've got 0 to 3 points and a 5-card suit. Transfers don't work, Elaine, no, not opposite a double. Some of you won't know that. Some of you will have forgotten it. 19 times out of 20, you will pass that penalty double. The one time you can and should bid is if you're extremely weak and you've got a 5-card suit. And then partner will pass. All right? I don't think we did that in the double lesson. I didn't want to confuse you. No, it could be a minor, Elizabeth. Vicky, I'm pleased that you're not doing well this morning because you will have learnt, taken more out of this 1-hour lesson. You know, the more you get wrong, actually, the better. And it's great that everyone's contributing, or most of you are contributing to the chat box. If you have a 4-card suit with 1 point, you have to take your punishment to razor and pass. Hope partner's got 20 points and a 7-card suit. Okay, let's move on. An instructive slide, that. Well, I thought so. Okay, so lots of different things today. We've got everything. We've got declare a play, we've got opening leads. Back to the bidding. You've got 18, 7, 8, 10, 16 points. Partner's opened a spade. What's your best bid here? Robert and Sue, I'm just answering that question from the last time. If very strong in spades, leave the double in. Not sure, Robert and Sue. 0 to 3, you know, just bid 2 spades. 4 points or more, leave the double in. That's all I would say to avoid confusion. You remember what you do here? It's quite tricky. And remember, if you're getting quite a lot of the answers wrong this morning, you're actually, A, you're in very good companies, and B, these are the more difficult aspects of the last 5 weeks. I don't think that last slide was even in there. These are the ones I'm kind of expecting most of the class to get wrong. Not hoping, you know, but expecting. If you all got the questions right, I'd be out of a job. I'd be back to selling advertising space in a darkened room in Leeds somewhere, on the outskirts of Leeds. Wouldn't be much fun. Right. Well, it's difficult. Now, let's just go through the answers. 2 hearts here is incorrect. It shows a 5-card suit. What are others bidding? 2 no trumps only shows 10 to 12 points. 3 no trumps is a shutout bid, and partner often won't bid it, most often won't bid again. So here, what we have to do, and we did this a couple of weeks ago, we have to create a bid. So I'm going to give you a get out of jail free. How can you create a bid here? Sometimes showing a 3-card suit to keep the bidding nice and low. Get out of jail free time. We've got a spare minute or two. How do you create a useful little bid? You have to tell a, well, I'd call it a white lie, Dulcie, yes. You have to tell a white lie. And lying in a minor is no bad thing. So we have a look. There you go, 2 clubs. So occasionally in bridge, everyone, you will have to respond with a 3-card minor. If partner comes back with 3 clubs, then bid 3 spades to show your 3-card support. You won't ever end up playing in clubs in a 4-3 fit. When it's cheapest to 4s, LP. That's why we go for clubs, not diamonds. Good. Another useful bid to have up your sleeve. Okay. Keeps the bidding going, and it keeps the bidding very low, Shauna. Quite a lot in today. Now, 1 spade, 2 diamonds by partner, 4 plus points, sorry, 4 plus cards, 10 plus points. We had our rebid nicely planned out. The opponent's now bid 2 hearts. It's very inconvenient. What next for you as opener, South, with 16 points? If anything, is there a bid for you? I know what your rebid would have been. Had he's passed, you'd have been bidding 2 no trumps. But is that right now? So yes, I've just been putting the finishing touches to next week's lesson on duplicate pairs strategy. You'd love to bid no trumps, but you cannot bid no trumps here. It shows a heart stopper. Just 1, don't need to have 2. So we've got a little gadget, which most of the class, I'm impressed, have remembered. Jack's mum sends her apologies. She's in France. It's 3 hearts. And there's a caption for Sam. I don't think it's with us this morning. She'll be watching in replay. Maybe she's doing half-term things. I don't think it'll be. Actually, I don't think Sam will be doing half-term things. No. There you go. 3 hearts. Partner, have you got a stopper in hearts? Yeah. Perfect, isn't it? But you must, to do that, don't get carried away. You must know that North has got 10 points. So South must realise they've got at least 25 points per game because this is a game-forcing bid. Do not worry about clubs, stopper in clubs, Maria. No, you only need to have stoppers in their suits. You'd be waiting till Christmas if you had a stopper in clubs as well. But you don't need it. No. Good question there from Maria. I think we ought to get on to hand 3 on BBO. And it's 1 diamond. 1 spade overcall. 2 clubs. Everything's going along nicely so far. What's South's rebid, everyone? Quite awkward for you, 13 points. What a South rebid, having opened a diamond. West has overcalled 1 spade. So 13 points, South's got. Have another go, LP. I didn't see your first answer. Slightly awkward for you as South. You know, you'd have... But well done, 2 diamonds here. Not 2 no trumps. 2 no trumps, which are a balanced hand with 15, 16. So perfect for 2 diamonds. I say perfect. You know, partner will understand you might have a 5-card suit. Over to North, 12 points. What do they do now? Apart from panic. 12 points, 6 clubs. Number of bids you could make as North, but there's one that takes my fancy. Andrew's first up on this one. Do remember, though, that sometimes opener has to repeat a 5-card suit. I wouldn't want to rebid 2 spades here anyway, even if West hadn't bid spades with only 13 points. I'd still rebid 2 diamonds. Well, is there a way? 3 clubs, by the way, is non-forcing. and South would pass, showing about 8 to 10 points. So if 3 clubs is out, because I definitely want to play in game with the North Ham. What I really want to do as North is play in no trumps. That club suit's going to be gold dust. How can I find out there about partner if they've got a spade stopper? So as North, I'd be itching to play in no trumps, but I am worried about the spades, obviously. So there's a little gadget, 2 alert spades. Perfect. So remember, asking for a stopper for no trumps. South does what? Useful gadget, that, isn't it? I think you enjoyed that when we did it last week. What was it, the week before? Yeah, South now, but let's move on. 2 no trumps. I've got a stopper in spades. And North races to game. Fourth highest lead. Well, those clubs are looking very useful. 6 certain tricks we've got. Clearly, the clubs are going to provide extras. I've already made a plan. Yeah, you've got to decide how you're going to play the clubs, by the way. Do you play ace, king of clubs, or do you finesse to the jack? We'll come on to that later. Right, we have a decision to make. Yeah, you alert that bid, Julia. Yeah, it's a conventional bid asking for a stopper. You alert your own bids online, as you probably know. Right, now we have a good decision to make. It's very important. Are you going to duck this spade or win with the queen? If you're watching in replay, can you help me on that one? Because I would be in 2 minds. I really would, because ducking queens, like ducking kings, can be bad for your health. You need to know exactly when to do it and when not to do it. We do, Miriam, we do have the 10 of spades as well. That's a really interesting card for us, actually. The 10 of spades is a really useful card. So I have to tell you, the right answer is to duck. Yeah, it doesn't look that obvious with 4 to the queen. Most club players would win with a queen, but look what happens if you make the mistake of winning with the queen. You then take a losing club finesse. They come back a spade, and you lose the next 4 tricks. We know also Peter's ahead of the game. We know that West overcalled spades. They've got 5. So East must only have. They come back another spade. To the king. Well, do they cash their spade? No is the answer, because they know that the queen must be with South. Yeah, queen X. South wouldn't duck with queen XX. So South declare must have the queen of spades. Actually, it's good play here not to take the ace of spades just yet. So they would switch to a diamond. And actually, we're playing duplicate pairs. Good question. I'm going to change my mind. If I was playing duplicate pairs, I think I would cash the ace of spades. If I was playing duplicate pair, because I might not make it later. Now they, well, continue spades. Doesn't do any harm, does it? Now we take the losing club finesse. But that's kind of it, isn't it? They've got no spades to return. You know, you've severed the communication. Say they come back a diamond, win with the king. Over to the king of hearts. And we are running a bit short of time, so I'm going to claim those last 5 tricks. All those clubs are winners. We've got the ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. We are going to make our 9 tricks. Well done. Let's claim those. 400. Notice how playing duplicate pairs, West did best to cash the ace of spades there. Yeah, many people would have not seen the importance of the 10 of spades there, Andrew. Yeah, is that one in replay? Not that one, no. Hard hand there. No, they're quite difficult, the hands today. They're harder, the set hands. Let's go back to the slides. Again, how would you play four hearts here? Let's go have some declarer play just to make things a little bit easier. So we win with the king of diamonds. What next? It wouldn't be terrible to play clubs from the top, Andrew, but it just would be against the odds. Finesse is better. And also, Andrew, you'd be finessing into the safe hand. You know, you don't mind on that last hand if East wins the queen of clubs because they don't have any spades left. So you'd be finessing into the safe hand. So win the king of diamonds. But what do we do at trick 2? If you're watching in replay, clearly we are going to do a cross ruff, I agree with you, between spades and clubs. But do we get on with that straight away? Or is there a little something we might just do first, having won the king of diamonds? There's the clue. Because we are going to do a total cross ruff. But when you're doing a total cross ruff, remember to cash your side suit winners first. Some of you might have not done that. So you play the ace, king of diamonds, and then set about the cross ruff. Trumping low to begin with, all right? So there's a little sting in the tail there. Remember to cash your side suit winners first because you won't be able to cash your ace of diamonds at the end of the hand when they've all thrown their diamonds. All right, so that's a useful one. Moving swiftly on because we're running a bit short of time. I do want to play the last hand on BBO. One club by North. What do you respond with that one? 9 points. The lead won't have been a singleton suit. No, very unlikely. It might be a singleton, but it would be very unlikely. And just moving on quite quickly now, do you bid a diamond or do you bid a spade? That's the option. Definitely not one no trump. You wouldn't do that to me on the intermediate class, would you? It's a diamond. Cheapest of fours from responder. You always, North will bid this. If North's got 4 spades, then I'll show you them. Hang on, what's going on? I'll bypass that one. But just following on from the last slide, I've actually given the answer there. 3 clubs asking for a stopper. If South doesn't have a stopper here, everyone, they bid 3 hearts. Okay, repeat their suit to show 5 cards or more. And then North bids 4. So we end up in the 5-2 fit. But North, I've given you the answer there. So when they're asking for a stopper, if you don't have a stopper, you repeat your suit or show 3 cards for the opener's first suit. Thanks, LP. See you next week. Let's play hand 4 on BBA before we run out of time. Some of you might have to go. We'll just play this 4th hand. Thank you, Bruce. Yes, it's harder hands today, Bruce, weren't they? 1 heart opener. Oh, hang on. No, I don't think so. Let's have a little 21 points, 3 loser. Yeah, what would you, let's throw that open to you. What would you open on that one? 3 loser hand, 21 points. Thanks, Ingrid. 1 or 2 of you will have to fly. Well, with 3 losers, I tend to upgrade to 2 clubs, yeah. Well, it's just too good for 1 heart. Well done, Dawn, Margarita, Caroline, etc. North got 10 points. Well, actually, we can make a rare positive here. I don't mind 2 diamonds, actually, but you can make a rare positive because you've got 8+ points and a good 5-card suit, 2 of the top 3 ones. But I wouldn't mind 2 diamonds too much. No, it's quite close between the two. What next from south, do you think? So 3 hearts, north raises to 4 hearts with king, queen, almost as good as 3 cards, isn't it? South's only promising 5 hearts here, but king, queen of hearts is definitely as good as having 3 cards, isn't it? Well, I'm going to bring out a gadget. I don't have a gadget nearby. Oh, well, there's a gadget. A stapler. 5 no trump. I'm going to jump to 5 no trumps. Now, this is for the more experienced. This is an addendum. What on earth is that bid showing? Do any of the more experienced members of the class know what 5 no trumps means here, out of the blue? It's not asking for aces. That'd be 4 no trumps. There's no point asking for aces. No idea. Yeah, a lot of you went. Yeah, this is definitely for the more experienced members of the class. Not asking for kings, no. If you want to ask for kings, you go via 4 no trumps, then 5 no trumps. It's called the Grand Slam Force. I'll even write it down for you. If you are interested, have a look on the internet. So it says to partner, because all I really want to know about is the king, queen of hearts. I'm slightly worried about the queen of clubs, but I'm going to take a chance on that. It says to partner, bid 7 hearts if you've got 2 of the top 3 honours. If you haven't, just bid 6 hearts. So what's North going to bid now? It's called the Grand Slam Force, but I'd be worried that if you use it, your partner may not know what it was. I'm not sure my partner would. My student partner would know. I imagine most of you at the table would settle for 6 hearts. But yeah, we can bid 7 hearts. We've got 2 of the top 3 honours. Oh, thank you, Anna. I'll see you later. Next week, Queen of Clubs led. Well, thank you, partner. Yeah, we're finishing on a high, B. Well, hopefully we've got to make 7 hearts first. I don't want to end up by going 1 down. Oh, yes, could be on my advanced podcast, Peter. Well spotted. Yeah, we do occasionally have the Grand Slam Force. Right. Oh, dear. So I've got a little problem with the 6 of clubs. We've got a club loser, haven't we? Can you see a way round that? So we're on the dummy with the Queen of Hearts. What are we going to do next? I'm trying just to look at the north-south cards here, by the way. Is there any chance, have we got any hope of getting rid of the 6 of clubs? Sadly, Pauline, we don't have the entries to create length winners in diamonds here. We'd have to lose the lead too many times. Our only chance is to take what we call a roughing finesse. If in the unlikely event that East played low, we just discard the club. And if West has the ace of diamonds, we go 1 down. Less likely to have it. They might have led it against 7 hearts. But here you see they cover, obviously, with the ace of diamonds. We rough it. Back to dummy with the king of hearts. Queen of diamonds has to be played. And the losing club goes away, Caroline. Yes. Yes, Robin, I know you meant the king of diamonds. And there we go. We've ended on a high. Let's just claim that one now. We've got all the rest of the tricks. Yes, the trump was an alternative lead, Andrew. I don't mind the trump there. Queen of clubs was a pretty safe lead. You make a safe lead against a grand, so I wouldn't mind the trump. But Queen, Jack, 10 of clubs seem pretty safe to me. Right, that is, I'm just going to claim our whatever it is. 1510. It's more like 2,200 because we're vulnerable. We're just going back to the slides. Is there anything more to do? No, there isn't. 10:35 UK time. And we finished on a good hand, Anne. We finished on a high, Bashir.
What fun and challenging hands, Jack. I would be so scared to try that roughing finesse and to let it go. Like, I can envision myself starting it, and then when I get to South End, just go, no, I got to rough it.
Yeah, it's quite a scary thing, the roughing finesse, isn't it?
It is. It is.
The thing is, West was less likely to have the ace of diamonds. You needn't have been so scared because they would probably have, might well have led the ace of diamonds against 7 hearts.
Right. I guess if they had the sure winner, or what, would likely be their best shot at the sure winner, they're going to lead it.
They might have done, and I mean, an expert may not have done, suspecting there was a void somewhere. But yeah, roughing finesse is always, it's kind of like, you really take your heart in your hand, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Jack, so much in there. Challenging stuff. If the folks with us live or watching by replay, if you have some smoke coming out of your ears, there's definitely some things that I'll have to go back and review.
Peregrine's back with us live, which is great. Seriously challenging, yeah. Definitely the hands were harder today. Sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're kind of in the middle. Today they were up at the harder side of things. So so most club players wouldn't have made those hands.
And some tricky decisions and bidding gadgets utilized today. So
yes, that bidding the opponent suit's a very useful one. We had a few others that we threw in there as well. And just remember, Bajir, those are, and the students must remember this as well. Those are the harder points, from the last 5 weeks. No point giving you the easy ones because you'd get them all right. And
maybe speaking of a slightly easier, and maybe you mentioned it, forgive me if you did, but Wednesday, what is coming up?
Oh, yes, I haven't told you about Wednesday. They're welcome to come to Wednesday at 11 o'clock for the Improver class. They're having a review as well, actually.
All right, so if you're feeling totally overwhelmed and intimidated after today's lesson, come on by on Wednesday. At least the more experienced of you, should probably have a nice, easier time on Wednesday. But there's challenging stuff with the Wednesday Improver class as well, Jack.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worth turning up to that one. What have they been doing? They've been doing tricky leads against trumps. We've been learning Stamen, all sorts of things there. Oh, tell a lie, Bashir. I didn't read the second bit. No, it's 11 o'clock, so review of week 2s.
Oh, all right. Well, a nice, fun, concentrate. We'll have to wait for a review of multiple topics, but that's a fun one to join.
Yes, so tell a lie, everyone. Wednesday at 11 o'clock, just to be clear, is a week 2 lesson. We're doing a review of that with the improvers, yeah. I thought they just had a review last week. I thought that can't be right.
Well, we'd love to have anyone who is able to join us for that, the Improver class, Wednesday at 11 a.m. UK time. Thank you to everyone who did double check, if you're outside of the UK, for double checking the start time for today's lesson. And if you come Wednesday, just do the same.
But it's been a great fun lesson. I think everyone's enjoyed it. You've got a little, I can see a little helper in the background.
You want to say hi? Here, I'll let you press the button.
You can press the button, yeah.
He likes to hang things up. You want to press the red button?
Yeah. Yes.
Or did you want to show Jack your money?
How much? Oh my goodness, you're rich. I haven't got any money at all here. No, I've got nothing.
All right. Well, we're busy over here counting our coins.
But Bashir, does he know how many points for an ace?
Oh yeah, do you know?
4 black.
4? He's a natural. I think he's a natural.
I'll let you partner with him, Jack.
Oh yes, you can be my partner anytime.
All right.
Well, listen.
Thank you guys, and thank you, Jack. Can you say bye, Jack?
Bye.
Oh, thank you, and happy Halloween tomorrow, because tomorrow night's Halloween, isn't it?
That's right. Did you get a nice trick or treat? Did you get lots of candy and snacks?
Yes, I don't think anyone will be trick or treating me, Bashir, because they've got to get past the electronic gates. So I've kind of ring fenced about from trick or treaters. Also on
You're
the
scaring
first
him
floor.
off. Oh no, are you the Scrooge? I guess that's a different holiday.
I've got a window here, and I'm on the first floor. So what I can do is throw sweets down onto the pavement.
To scare him off.
That's right. Throw candy
Take that,
down.
you ruffians.
Yeah, just to get rid of the trick-or-treaters. Well, listen, Vijay, have a good week yourself.
Thank you.
I'll see you again on Wednesday, I think, for the beginners.
I will see you then. Yep.
Thanks, everyone, for your company.
Bye,
Really good
everyone.
fun.
Thank you for joining us live if you're able. If you couldn't, maybe we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Thanks for joining us. Bye,
Bye,
Jackson.
all right, do you want to click it?
Oh, press the button.
Right, here we go. Let me
Yeah.
line it up. Okay,
Like
press that
skipping.
button right here.
I'm waiting. 3, 2, 1.
There.
Yep.
Oh.